You sit down, buckle your seatbelt, and suddenly it hits you. This is not just a flight. It is 12 hours in a tight economy seat with dry air-stiff legs, a sore back, and a bathroom that feels farther away every time the person beside you falls asleep. After 70, a long-haul flight can feel very different. One small mistake can follow you for hours, but it does not have to be that way. In this video, I'll show you the simple long-haul habits that can help older travelers stay more comfortable, more prepared, and more in control. Stay until the end, because one small mistake near landing can make you step off the plane already exhausted. And it all starts with the seat you choose. Number 13. Pick your seat before your body pays for it. On a long-haul flight after 70, your seat is not just a seat. It decides how often you have to climb over someone, how easily you can reach the bathroom, whether your knees can stretch, and whether the next 10 to 14 hours feel manageable or miserable. Many travelers make the mistake of waiting too long. They buy the ticket, forget about seat selection, and only check the map when most of the good options are already gone. But experienced older travelers treat seat selection like part of their travel preparation. As soon as online check-in opens, sometimes 24 hours before departure, sometimes 48, look carefully at the seat map. Do not just choose the first open square. Check whether the row reclines, whether it is too close to the galley or bathroom, and whether the seat has hidden restrictions. A window seat can help if you sleep better, leaning against something. But for many travelers over 70, an aisle seat may be the safer, smarter choice because it makes it easier to stand, stretch, and use the bathroom without disturbing others. Exit rows may offer more leg room, but they can also come with fixed armrests and no underseat storage. And one underrated choice: a back row seat that still reclines. No one behind you complains when you lean back. Choose wisely, because once the plane takes off, every comfort trick depends on the seat you are stuck in. Number 12. Put on compression socks before your legs start complaining. After 70, sitting still for hours can make a long flight feel much harder on your body. At first, everything feels fine. Then a few hours pass. Your ankles feel tight. Your feet feel heavy. Your knees get stiff. And when you finally stand up, your legs feel like they have been locked in place since takeoff. That is why compression socks are one of the simplest long-haul habits older travelers should not ignore. They are not about looking stylish. They help support circulation, reduce swelling, and make it easier to land with legs that feel lighter instead of stiff and uncomfortable. The key is to put them on early, before the problem starts. Do not wait until your feet already feel swollen halfway through the flight. They also help keep your feet warm, which matters more than people think. A cold cabin can make your whole body feel tense, especially on an overnight flight. Pack a comfortable pair in your carry-on, put them on before boarding or soon after takeoff, and let them do their job quietly. Number 11. Move before your body gets stuck. Compression socks can help your legs, but they cannot protect your whole body if you sit frozen for 10 hours. And after 70, stiffness can build quietly. At first, you feel fine. You watch a movie. You eat a meal. You try to sleep. Then, suddenly, when you stand up, your back feels tight. Your knees feel heavy. And your ankles move like they forgot their job. That is why experienced older travelers do not wait until they are uncomfortable. They move early. You do not need to stretch dramatically in the aisle or do anything embarrassing. Just stand up every couple of hours if it is safe. Walk slowly toward the galley. Roll your shoulders, stretch your back, or refill your water bottle. If you are in a window seat, small movements still help. Flex your toes. Circle your ankles. Lift your knees gently. Press your feet into the floor and release. It may not look like much, but your body notices. On a long-haul flight, movement is not just exercise. It is maintenance. Keep your joints awake now, and you give yourself a much better chance of landing without feeling stiff, sore, and completely drained. Number 10. Set up your seat before you try to sleep. Sleep in economy is difficult for anyone. But after 70, the wrong sleeping position can turn a long flight into hours of neck pain, lower back pressure, and waking up every few minutes wondering how much longer is left. The mistake many travelers make is waiting until they are exhausted before trying to get comfortable. Do the opposite. Set up your seat early before your body starts hurting. If your headrest has side wings, bend them inward so your head has something to rest against. If the airline gives you a small pillow, do not automatically put it behind your neck. Try placing it behind your lower back instead. That small support can make the seat feel much less punishing. Bring a real eye mask if you can. Cabin light screens and movement around you can make sleep harder than you expect. A soft scarf can also help as a blanket neck support or light cover. And if your personal bag fits safely under the seat, use it carefully as a small footrest after takeoff. That little lift can reduce pressure on your legs. You may not sleep perfectly, but you can make rest much easier. Number 9. Buckle your seatbelt where the crew can see it. You finally fall asleep. Your neck is supported, your eyes are covered, and for the first time in hours, your body starts to relax. Then suddenly, tap, tap. A flight attendant wakes you up just to check your seatbelt. Or they ask if you want a meal you were planning to skip anyway. On a long-haul flight, especially after 70, sleep is too valuable to lose over small interruptions. Here is the simple fix. If you use a blanket, scarf, or jacket buckle, your seatbelt over it, not underneath it. That way, during turbulence, checks the crew can see you are safely buckled without waking you. If you do not want the meal, let the crew know before you sleep when possible. You can simply say, "I'm going to rest, so please don't wake me for food." These little steps may seem small, but they protect your rest. And on a 10 or 14-hour flight, 1 extra hour of uninterrupted sleep can change how you feel when you land. Next, let's talk about the sound of the cabin. Because even if your body is ready to sleep, the plane may not be quiet enough to let you. Number 8. Protect your ears before the cabin wears you down. On a long-haul flight, noise does not just annoy you, it slowly drains you. The engine hum keeps going. Someone nearby is watching a movie too loudly. A child cries. A seatmate keeps opening snacks. And just when the cabin finally gets quiet, someone starts snoring 2 rows behind you. After 70, that constant noise can make it harder to relax, harder to sleep, and easier to feel irritated before you even arrive. That is why smart travelers bring a noise plan. Noise-canceling headphones are one of the best comfort tools for economy. They soften the cabin chaos and help your body calm down. Play soft music, white noise, or a relaxing podcast you downloaded before the flight. Earplugs are also useful, especially if you want something small and simple. Roll the foam tightly, insert it gently, and hold it in place for a few seconds so it expands properly. Some travelers even use both earplugs, first headphones over them. It may seem like a small thing, but protecting your ears helps protect your energy. Number 7. Eat light before your stomach punishes you. On a long-haul flight, food can feel like comfort. The tray arrives, you are bored, the cabin is dark, and eating gives you something to do. But after 70, the wrong meal at the wrong time can make the next several hours feel much harder. Heavy pasta, salty snacks, greasy food, too much bread, or a rich meal before sleeping can leave you bloated, thirsty, and uncomfortable in a seat you cannot escape. The smarter move is to eat lighter than you normally would. Choose simple foods your body already knows. A plain sandwich, a banana unsalted nuts, a soft granola bar, or a small snack from home can be much easier than depending completely on airline meals. And be careful with alcohol and too much coffee. They may feel helpful at first, but they can leave you dehydrated, restless, or waking up with a headache. Water is your best friend on a long flight. Sip it steadily instead of waiting until your mouth feels dry. For a very long trip, an electrolyte packet can also help you feel more balanced. The goal is simple. Do not land feeling heavy, dry, and drained before your trip even begins. Number 6. Prepare entertainment before boredom takes over. On a long-haul flight, boredom is not a small thing. After 70, when your body is already dealing with a tight seat, dry air, and broken sleep, a flight that feels endless can make you even more tired and restless. That is why you should not depend completely on the airplane screen. Before you leave home, download the things that help time pass gently. A favorite movie, a calming podcast, an audiobook, relaxing music, or a show you have been saving. Do not assume the in-flight Wi-Fi will work. Do not assume the seatback screen will have something you enjoy. And make it easy to watch or listen without holding your phone for hours. Bring a small phone stand, use a pop socket, or set your device safely on the tray table. The best trick is to save something special only for the flight. When your brain has something to look forward to, the flight feels less like waiting and more like a quiet break. For older travelers, comfort is not just about the body. It is also about keeping the mind calm, occupied, and relaxed. Number 5. Bring your own bottle before the cabin undries you out. On a long-haul flight, thirst can sneak up on you. At first you feel fine. Then your mouth gets dry, your throat feels rough, your lips start cracking, and suddenly you realize one tiny cup of water from the drink cart is not enough. After 70, staying hydrated matters even more because dehydration can make you feel tired, dizzy, foggy, and weaker when you land. That is why a reusable bottle is one of the simplest things to bring. Take it through security empty, then fill it before boarding. That way you are not waiting for the crew every time you need a sip. If you prefer warm drinks, an insulated thermos can also help. Hot tea during a night flight can feel much more comforting than another small plastic cup. The goal is not to drink too much at once. Sip steadily throughout the flight. Your body handles long hours better when it is not fighting dryness the entire time. Number 4. Keep your important items under the seat. One of the biggest long-haul mistakes is putting everything in the overhead bin. It seems harmless at first. Your bag is stored, your feet have space, and you feel organized. But a few hours later, you need your glasses, then your medication, then your charger, then a snack, then tissues, and suddenly, the thing you need most is above your head, behind someone's elbow while the seatbelt sign is on. After 70, this is more than inconvenient. It can become stressful. That is why you should keep a small underseat kit with the essentials you may need during the flight: medication, reading glasses, phone charger, lip balm, tissues, hand wipes, snacks, headphones, and any important travel documents. Use a soft pouch or slim tote so it does not steal too much legroom. A few compartments are helpful, especially in a dark cabin when you do not want to search blindly. Think of it as your personal control center. When the important things are within reach, you feel calmer, safer, and less dependent on getting up at the wrong time. Number 3. Fight dry cabin air before it wears you down. Cabin air is one of the quietest problems on a long flight. You may not notice it during the first hour, but later your lips feel dry, your throat feels scratchy, your nose feels irritated, and your skin starts to feel tight. After 70, that dryness can make the whole flight feel more tiring than it needs to be. So do not wait until you feel uncomfortable. Keep a small refresh kit under the seat with lip balm, hand cream, tissues, face wipes, and a small moisturizer. These simple items can make a big difference when the cabin starts feeling like a desert. If your nose gets painfully dry, a tiny amount of balm around the nostrils may help, but keep it clean and gentle. And before landing, take 5 minutes to reset yourself. Brush your teeth. Wipe your face, use lip balm, and freshen up. You may still be tired, but you will step off the plane feeling more human, more comfortable, and more ready for what comes next. Because comfort is not only about what you pack, it is also about what you wear. Number 2. Dress for the flight, not for the airport. The outfit that feels fine in the airport can feel completely wrong after 6 hours in the air. After 70 tight jeans, stiff shoes, heavy belts, or clothing that squeezes your waist can make a long-haul seat feel even smaller. And because cabin temperature changes so often, you may feel cold 1 hour and too warm the next. That is why layers matter. Wear soft, breathable clothes that let you sit, stretch, and move without pressure. Loose pants, comfortable shoes, and a light shirt with a zip-up jacket or sweater can make the flight much easier on your body. A lightweight scarf is also useful. It can become a small blanket neck support or even a cover when the cabin lights are too bright. And here is a smart move for longer flights. Pack fresh socks, clean underwear, or a light shirt in your underseat kit. Changing before landing can make you feel refreshed, even if you did not sleep much. On a long flight, comfort is not about looking perfect. It is about landing with enough energy to enjoy the trip. Number 1. Time your bathroom breaks before everyone else does. Airplane bathrooms are never comfortable. But on a long-haul flight, the real problem is timing. Most passengers wait until the worst moments right after takeoff, right after meals, or just before landing when the seatbelt sign may come on. That is when the aisle gets crowded, the line gets longer, and the whole situation becomes stressful. After 70, waiting too long can make things harder than necessary. Use the bathroom at the terminal before boarding. It is cleaner, larger, and easier than trying to manage inside a tiny airplane lavatory during turbulence. Once you are on board, pay attention to the rhythm of the cabin. Try to go before the rush, not during it. A good time may be before the cabin lights dim, or when most passengers are still seated with meal trays. Do not wait until it becomes urgent. On a long flight, comfort often comes from doing simple things early, and smart timing can save you from one of the most frustrating parts of economy travel. Most passengers only think about the bathroom when they need it. Experienced travelers think about it before it becomes a problem. A long-haul economy flight will never be perfect. The seat may still feel tight. The cabin may still feel dry. The hours may still feel slow. But after 70, the goal is not to make economy feel luxurious. The goal is to protect your body, your energy, and your peace of mind from the moment you board until the moment you land. Choose your seat early. Wear compression socks before your legs swell. Move before stiffness sets in. Keep your medication and essentials within reach. Drink water before you feel dry. Dress in soft layers. Protect your sleep. Avoid heavy meals and time your bathroom breaks before the cabin gets crowded. These are small habits, but on a long flight, small habits add up. They can be the difference between arriving exhausted and arriving ready. Now I'd love to hear from you. If you are over 70, what is the hardest part of a long-haul flight for you? The seat, the sleep, the food, the bathroom, or the stiffness after landing? Share your experience in the comments because your tip may help another traveler feel more prepared. If this video helped you, give it a like, subscribe to Flying After 60, and stay ready for your next journey. Safe travels, and may your next long flight feel smoother, calmer, and easier.